You know that moment when Sunday comes around, everyone's locked onto the TV, shouting at referees, and you're just not into it? Someone tries explaining the rules, the quarters, the playoff stakes. You nod, but your mind is somewhere else. If that feels like you, here's something important. You're not missing out. You're not unpatriotic, and you're definitely not boring. There's actually a psychological reason why some people don't watch football. And once you get it, you might start seeing your Sundays in a completely different way. Let's talk about attention. An average football broadcast lasts over 3 hours, but only a small fraction of that is real gameplay. The rest? Waiting, breaks, and filler. People who skip it aren't incapable of enjoying sports. They've simply made a smart decision about how they use their time, because attention is limited. Every hour spent watching is an hour taken from something else. So they're not rejecting sports. They're choosing where their focus truly matters. Research shows that people who step away from mainstream entertainment often score higher in independence and self-direction. They're not just following the crowd, they're making decisions based on their own values. That's not rebellion. That's freedom. While others watch the game, they might be reading, learning a skill, calling someone they care about, or just living life on their own terms. Now think about the time involved. A full season, playoffs, big games, it adds up to dozens, even hundreds of hours a year. Some people simply look at that and ask, what else could I do with this time? Learn something new? Start a project? Improve their health? Spend time with family? They're not avoiding something. They're choosing something else. That's not lack of interest. It's prioritization. There's also the emotional side. Football can be intense, huge highs, crushing lows, but not everyone enjoys that roller coaster. Some people prefer calm, steady experiences. They don't need adrenaline to feel fulfilled. They value peace, quiet, and activities that recharge them. That's not dull. That's self-awareness. Then comes social pressure. Not watching can feel like being left out. But studies show that people who resist that pressure often feel more authentic and satisfied with life. They're not pretending to care just to fit in. They're being real about what they enjoy. And that takes confidence. Some people also think deeper about the sport itself, the risks, the controversies, the business side. They don't just consume blindly. They choose intentionally. That's not ignorance, that's awareness. In fact, people who spend less time on passive entertainment often engage more in creative activities. They create, build, explore. So while others are watching, they might be writing, painting, cooking, or learning something new. That's not missing out. That's gaining something. They've traded hours of watching for hours of living. Their identity isn't tied to a team's performance. Their mood doesn't depend on a final score. That's emotional independence. And research shows people who are less attached to outcomes like this often experience more stable happiness. That's not indifference, that's maturity. Now, none of this means watching football is wrong. For millions, it brings joy, connection, and excitement, and that's completely valid. But choosing not to watch, that's valid too. It doesn't make you strange. It doesn't make you boring. It just means you're different. And with that difference comes something valuable. More time, more focus, more clarity, more freedom. So next time someone asks, do you watch the game? And your answer is no. Don't apologize. Don't pretend. Just remember, you made a choice, and that choice reflects someone who knows exactly what matters to them.